Alright, well, I made it up the hill. Sorry if I'm out of breath a little bit. I'm kind of fat. But this campsite has so far been untouched, from what I can see. Now there have been animals through here, and this was cool about the snow. Well, the camera will pick that up, but that's a deer. It's a deer. There's lots of bird tracks, rabbit tracks, squirrels running across the logs. The snow gives them all away. But this is a bunch of stones covered in snow. That was our stone fire pit that we put together. And we tried to cover it up with dead branches and stuff. Try to camouflage as much as we could. Well, except for this big ring of fallen logs that I guess somebody has taken a saw to get off the trail, and the guys hiked these logs all the way up the hill. Not me. But here's their little stone pit. We had like 10 people down here last time. And I know a lot of people are probably watching this going, man, must be cold out there. And yeah, it kind of is, but when you're working this hard and as big as I am, I'm sweating. I've already taken my gloves and my hat and everything else off because I'm just sweating. Still got the wool shirt on though. No, I don't think I'm going to take that off. But it's early enough. I think I might do a little shelter and fire demonstration. I brought a thermometer with me to show the outside temperature and then inside once I get it set up with a fire in front of it. So that'll be fun. Alright, welcome back. I've just kind of strung up my tarp here. Just real simple. It doesn't get any simpler than this. I've just got some rocks sitting on the back of it for the pitch. And yeah, I know if the wind blows, it's going to come out, and you're right, it will. But I'm not staying the night here. I'm just doing this for educational purposes. Even for myself, because I don't know what the temperature difference is going to be inside of there. I've slept inside of one of these on a recent survival challenge, and it was about 27, 28 degrees, I don't know. It's cold, and I had a fire in front of it, and I stayed warm all night. Big fire, though. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start this. I would rate this as difficult. And if you were trying to do this primitive, you better be a master, is all I can say. Most of the sticks that I found, even the hanging ones, they're just covered in ice and snow and whatnot. So being prepared is paramount. You can't beat being prepared. If you're not prepared, you shouldn't be out here. So what I've got here is one of these fire biscuits. Cotton round, soaked in wax, and I'm going to rip it open and hit it with fire steel and get this going. And I'm really wishing I would have lugged that tripod in here, because this would have been cool to show everybody. Let me see if I can get a rock that's dry on the back side out and set the camera on it. Sorry, really couldn't find anything good to set it on. 3 strikes, no lie, I wouldn't lie to you. And this is my new Leatherman sidekick. The saw back on this thing, the back of the saw, the spine of it, has got a really nice 90-degree edge that just is awesome with a fire steel. So I'm going to let that get a little bigger, and then I'm going to start putting sticks on it, trying to dry it out, and let's see if we can't get a fire going. Wish me luck. Okay, so I got the fire going. It still needs a lot of work. Got a lot of work to do left, so everything's just so wet. But I took the thermometer, set it inside of there, and it said about 31 when I took it from over there. And I'll get this fire going more and build it up, and we'll see what the temperature difference is. I mean, just from feeling it, it already feels like a lot, and that's just a pitiful fire. So let's just see how it does. Okay. Got her going. This probably won't be a very good test. Everything out here is just so soaked. It rained a whole bunch, and then it snowed, and then everything turned to ice. So all the wood that I do have out here is soaking all the way through. Now I do have a pretty nice fire going, but I had to work really hard for that. might be able to see the steam coming off my gloves. My gloves are soaking wet too. But we're up to about 60 degrees. I'll move it back a little bit more. Comfortable, completely comfortable. And this is a little fire. There's hardly any coals. Mainly flame. Everything's so wet. But yeah, it's so pretty out here. And I haven't heard a thing. So I'm guessing I'm still the only one out here still. Home sweet home. Potentially. I'm not staying out here. I got a nice warm bed at home. Okay, lunch is on the fire. Ramen in a Cliff Bar. And there's my Stanley Adventure Cup. I think that's what it's called. But the cool part about it is the lid here screws off, the second lid I guess you could call it. And it's also got this little groove that you could use as a cup, drink out of it. And the best part is that this comes off because it's plastic, and you've got a stainless steel can that you can put in the fire and cook, boil water, whatever you want to do with it. The possibilities, limitless. Yeah, so I'm going to put you back down, and I'm going to get ready to eat. Alright, lunch is cooked. I'm going to let the fire die down now before I leave. Gotta let my noodles cool too. Hot. And the temperature has fluctuated quite a bit from me stoking the fire up and down, but let's see, it's almost 60 degrees. It kind of fluctuated between 50 and 70, depending on how big the fire was. But, you know, survivable. Absolutely survivable. No doubt about that. And if you're dressed properly, you can be comfortable. If you got a sleeping bag, well, it's like staying at the Holiday Inn. Yeah, right. I know that's what a lot of people are saying. Alright, so I'm going to let that cool, eat my lunch, dry my gloves out, and then pack up. Okay, broke camp, getting ready to leave. Something important that a lot of people who don't come out here very often don't think about is that you don't trash the place. You leave it how you left it. I mean, you leave it how you found it. You know, avoid taking cans. You know, there's a lot of times we'll come to a campsite and the fire ring is just full of cans. If you're gonna take cans, take a trash bag. Take it out with you. And there's even some even more extreme hippies than me that will say no to fire rings. You know, when you leave, put the rocks back where you found them. I'm not quite that hardcore. But always make sure your fire's out when you leave too. I put all kinds of ice and snow on it, and it's still smoking a little bit. But it's not going to cause a forest fire. It's not going to do anything. But I'm going to hang out with it for a few more minutes, just in case. And then I guess it's back to civilization. Boo. Alright, back to the car. And yes, hunting season is in progress. If you're going to come out here, make sure you wear orange. After I fell down a couple of times, I decided to make a walking stick. So, I'm going to leave it here for the next person that comes along. Hopefully they'll take it, because it is slippery. And I didn't get hurt, so that's lucky. And it turns out, I am the only one here. Still, so time to go back home, I guess. It'd be nice if there was like a foot of snow out here. Alright, well I'm going to put you down because this is ice. And I don't want to break my camera. Hope you guys had fun with me.